Traveling is all about experiencing new things.
I'll show you. I couldn't put you off. It's gonna be fine. The ocean. No one can hear you scream. Well, that is disappointing.
Everything is so much better now that I've decided to stay.
What if influencer biggest twist wasn't in the script, but hidden in a single frame? Today, we're exposing the secret even the director tried to bury. The story begins with a girl injured on an unknown island. Meanwhile, Madison, the main character, is introduced as a social media star and vlogger who frequently posts videos from different places. Currently, she is in Thailand at the request of her fans. The trip was planned solely by her friend John, as both wanted to spend time together. However, due to work commitments, John is delayed, leaving Madison to explore alone. She visits various locations, captures photos, and stays in a hotel. The next morning, while filming a product video, she feels uninterested and lonely, constantly messaging John to join her as soon as possible. John reassures her that he's trying his best. 2 days later, while Madison is at a bar, an old man approaches her, offering money in exchange for accompanying him. Disgusted, she asks him to leave, but he remains persistent. At this moment, CW, a local resident, intervenes and embarrasses the old man, forcing him to flee. Madison is impressed by CW, and the two start talking. CW warns Madison about the dangers of the place and advises her to be careful. Madison shares her frustration about John canceling his plan last minute, leaving her to travel alone. She expresses how people assume vloggers have an easy life when, in reality, it involves a lot of hard work. As they continue their conversation, Madison learns that CW is a guide who takes visitors to different places. However, instead of treating Madison as a client, CW offers to show her around as a friend, taking her to places no one has ever been. Madison agrees, and they embark on a journey together, traveling on CW's bike while Madison creates vlogs. They visit various locations, dine at a club, and eventually, Madison returns to her hotel, feeling elated as her vlog receives excellent engagement. However, her happiness turns into despair when she finds her hotel room door open and all her belongings, including her passport, stolen. Devastated, Madison informs CW, who helps her file a complaint. CW hands her a form to get a new passport, but the process will take 2 weeks, which is problematic since Madison has commitments in America. With no other option, she informs John, but he seems more concerned about money than her well-being, making Madison cry. Realizing John's lack of concern, she ends their relationship and decides to stay in Thailand until her passport arrives. In the meantime, she continues traveling with CW, posting pictures and videos that receive high engagement. However, CW consistently refuses to take photos with Madison, making her feel uneasy. Madison assumes CW is self-conscious about a mark on her face and chooses to ignore the matter. One day, CW invites Madison to her beachside house and proposes a trip to a secluded island, which is rarely visited by people. Excited by the opportunity to capture exclusive content, Madison agrees without hesitation. Before sunrise, CW prepares her boat, and they set off for the island while Madison documents the journey for her vlog. Unbeknownst to her, this decision will be the worst of her life. Upon arriving at the island, they discover a wooden log with 7 tally marks, suggesting someone might have been counting days. The island is breathtaking, appearing untouched by human presence. At night, they light a fire and share stories. The next morning, Madison wakes up to find CW gone, revealing her true intentions. However, CW's plan isn't just to leave Madison stranded. She returns home and takes over her identity. Hacking Madison's accounts, CW replaces all her photos with her own and starts wearing Madison's clothes, shooting vlogs, and interacting with people under her name. She continues posting daily, fooling everyone into believing she is Madison. Meanwhile, John, worried after their last fight, is unable to reach her. He has no idea that CW now controls Madison's phone and is deliberately ignoring his messages. That CW has done this before, targeting and eliminating for other girls in the past. Now, she sets her sights on a new victim, a lawyer who is traveling alone in Thailand. Learning about her whereabouts through casual conversation, CW books a room at the same hotel and starts monitoring her. As she integrates herself into the lawyer's life, CW manages to steal her room key. Eventually, CW takes the lawyer to a luxurious house, which she claims as her own, but is actually Madison's. There, she unexpectedly encounters John, who had come to surprise Madison. CW lies, saying that Madison broke up with him and left. John, however, remains doubtful. Later, John tries calling Madison's phone, only for CW to answer using AI technology that mimics Madison's voice. The manipulated message convinces John that Madison has truly moved on and left her house. But when John shares his concerns with the lawyer, she starts suspecting CW, realizing that similar events happened to her. As a lawyer, she has dealt with many such cases, prompting her to investigate. One day, she sends a message from Madison's account, which triggers a notification on CW's phone, confirming her suspicions. Alarmed, the lawyer decides to leave immediately. But before she can escape, CW arrives. Feigning ignorance, the lawyer confronts CW, warning her that she is not an ordinary girl and that her powerful father will track her down. However, CW refuses to let her leave and kills her, making her the fifth victim. John, hearing suspicious noises, arrives but finds no evidence. After he leaves, CW sneaks into his room, planning her next move. Just then, she receives a notification. John has posted a picture with Madison and the lawyer. Realizing this could expose her, CW rushes to delete the post. The next morning, she deceives John further, telling him that the lawyer has left. John starts noticing inconsistencies in Madison's photos. Some appear low quality, and her followers are decreasing. That night, CW drugs John at a bar, and while he is unconscious, she deletes crucial evidence from his phone. When he wakes up, he decides to leave Thailand, clearing CW's path. That day, CW burns all of Madison's belongings, including her passport. However, before leaving, John recalls a hotel scene in one of Madison's recent photos. Investigating, he discovers that Madison was never there. He then meets the old man who once harassed Madison and learns that Madison was last seen with CW. With Madison's followers supporting her fabricated story, CW's plan seems flawless. However, she still has one task left: erasing evidence from the island. Upon returning, she is shocked to find a burning fire with a cooking fish in a nearby tent, suggesting that Madison might still be alive. Just as CW starts searching for her, Madison ambushes her from behind, striking her head. Without wasting time, Madison rushes to the boat, where she discovers John's lifeless body. Heartbroken but determined to escape, she leaves the island. Meanwhile, CW regains consciousness and, instead of panicking, starts laughing. Her reaction implies that she knows the way off the island, suggesting that her reign of terror might not be over yet. With this chilling uncertainty, the story ends thus: so, genius twist or total nonsense? Find out below. Down arrow, and if you spotted a detail we missed, drop it in the comments. Prove us wrong. Thanks for watching.